Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing today?
Good afternoon.
Hi. Thank you all for taking the time from your busy schedules to join us this afternoon, and I hope I'll be able to share and all the information regarding our programs, regarding associated with our food safety program, right? We have our diploma and our MSc program. So I will be sharing some very important information regarding these two programs. So can everyone see my screen clearly? Great, thank you. Great. So let's get started. So let me introduce myself. My name is Marsha Singh. I am the coordinator of the MSc and Diploma in Agri-Food Safety and Quality Assurance. So we'll be starting off by sharing some of the relevant information, firstly regarding admissions to our programs. So these postgraduate programs is a 1 year long if you're doing it full time, and this is the requirement. You are required to have a first degree with a minimum GPA of 2.5 or a lower second class honors in the following science subjects. So it must be a science related subject. So as you see, it's quite a wide range that we accept students or possible applicants from. So agriculture, agribusiness, natural sciences, life sciences, etc. So we do have quite a range of students with varying undergraduate degrees that are qualified to pursue these programs. So if you don't have a GPA of 2.5 or lower second, don't worry. You still can gain entry into the program. Might take a little bit longer, but you will be eligible to pursue qualifying courses. So if you're entering with a past degree, we would select qualifying courses, of course, once aligned with the areas of food safety and quality from already existing programs in our undergraduate section of the programs that we offer. And I know quite of you all might already have some experience in these programs in the area of food safety already. So we actually do consider work experience as well. I know part of it you might be engaging in some sort of training. You may have some certificates that you would have accumulated over the years, and we will consider all of these when you submit your application. So duration of this program. As I mentioned, we have both the diploma and the MSc available for you to apply to. Both programs you can do either full-time or part-time. Full-time, you will be able to complete these programs in 1 year's time, so over the span of 2 semesters. If you choose to do these programs part-time, you will complete these programs, the courses, over a span of 4 semesters. So that will be over a time period of 2 years. So you see we have semester 1 and semester 2. So we actually do take students both in semester 1, so that's September to December period, as well as in semester 2, January to May. So we do offer that flexibility. I know a number of our students who enter into these programs are working. So you do have that option of doing the program part-time This will allow you that reduced workload to better manage your, other responsibilities at work and at home. Right? So let's go into specifically what is offered in the diploma and the MSc. So the diploma program is 24 credits of courses, and this is the breakdown of all the courses offered in the diploma. So as I mentioned, we have full-time, which you can complete in 1 year, and in semester 1, this is what, when you're registering, what the profile of the courses will look like. So semester 1, you're able to register for agri-food safety and food quality assurance and evaluation of agri-food policies. So only these 2 courses are offered in semester 1. In semester 2, we have project management in food and agriculture, agri-food safety and risk analysis, epidemiology and foodborne diseases, and international trade and agri-food legislation. So, as I mentioned, you're doing it part-time, so these are the courses you'll have to register if you're doing it on a full-time basis. If you're doing it part-time, which means you will be registering under this part-time status, you will have a reduced workload. So this means you will register for 2 courses per semester. So semester 1, I'm just giving an example here. You have, agri-food safety, food quality assurance, so those are your 2 courses being offered semester 1. And semester 2, you have the option of choosing any of the 4 courses offered. So I just gave an example there of 2 courses that you can select in semester 2. Of course, no more courses is offered in semester 1 and year 2 of the program on a part-time basis, so it's free, and you can complete the other 2 courses in semester 2. So this is basically the breakdown of how student course would look like. So let's talk about the MSc program. This now is heavier weighting in terms of course credits, so it's 28 credits, and part of the profile for this program, you have to do a mandatory research project. So essentially, the diploma and the MSc do the exact same courses. The major difference is our MSc students do 1 additional course in semester 1, which is Research and Statistical Skills for Food and Agriculture, and they also have to complete a mandatory research project at the end of the completion of all the taught courses. So once again, on a full-time basis, you can complete all the taught courses and enter into that summer semester and begin your research project. And you can also have that flexibility of doing this particular program on a part-time basis, where the course load will be shared over 2 years, where you do 2 courses per semester, right? And of course, when you register, I will be there to guide you through and provide further guidance in terms of selection of your courses and so on. And so, once again, you just have a maximum of 2 courses per semester. Of course, in your year 2 semester 1, you just have 1 outstanding course to complete because only 3 are offered in semester 1, and of course semester 2 you have an additional 2 courses to complete. And of course you have the flexibility to choose which courses you want to do in which semester when it's offered, and we are there to provide, guidance on your selection. So what to expect from this program? So one of the, attractive features of this program, it is offered fully online. All the course content, we even have some practical aspects, that too, is offered virtually. So we have virtual labs. So there's no need to come to campus at any point to fulfill any component of the program face to face. And of course, your application process is now fully online. So you can be a regional student and you would not have to go through that process of trying to find room and board and so on, and all this and incur all these additional expenses. So the only cost to incur will be the cost of the program and any other additional compulsory fees. All the lectures offered by this program are delivered via Zoom, which are recorded. So I know it's very appealing to our working students. I know quite a number of you all, sometimes due to your hectic schedules, may miss a class. But you have the recording, which you can review at your own time, and you're able to catch up and keep abreast of all your lectures. So I even have a student currently applying from Bangladesh, and I know that is a factor where we have different time zones and he will be unable to attend classes at the scheduled time. So the recording feature obviously will allow him to keep up with his coursework and his lectures. All the lectures are offered from 5 to 8 p.m. So once again, we cater to the working student. After hours, and it's also from Mondays to Tuesdays. So of course, you'll be given the schedule before the semester starts, so you can make your necessary arrangements if you choose to pursue this degree. And of course, all the lecturers from in this program are either academics from the UAE community, or they are actually from industry. So you get to have that perspective and be able to have these persons that are experts in the field share their knowledge and experience with you. So as I mentioned, both semesters are fully online and everything is offered virtually. And both semesters, the courses offered are 100% coursework. So this just gives a little breakdown of the components that make up your coursework, which would be assignments and an in-course exam, both offered online. So I just want to share a little background about the courses that we offer and the content that it will touch on in this program. So the first is agri-food safety. In agri-food safety, you're going to be being exposed to applications of modern scientific principles for the inspection system along the food chain. So a major factor for this program is courses are developed to address issues from the farm to the fork. So good agricultural and manufacturing practices, analysis of hazards and critical control points. You'll also be exposed to the various standards that govern food safety management systems, as well as I mentioned, you'll have these virtual food microbiology labs where you're exposed to the various types of testing involved as it pertains to our different types of foods. Another course offered in semester 1 is food quality assurance and evaluation of agri-food policies. So on the food quality assurance side, you'll be exposed to things like genetically modified organisms and biosafety quality standard systems. You'll also be exposed to food quality management systems and fertilizers that use sustainable pesticide management. The policy side of this course, you will be exposed to the socio-economic and environmental change that influence public policies. You'll be looking at formulation, implementation, and evaluation of these food policies, as well as you will be exposed to the virtual food quality testing lab. So as if the name of the program suggests, it's food quality and safety. So you would be exposed to the safety testing, these microbiological tests, as well as the quality testing of food. For those students who have an interest in pursuing the MSc program, you will have this additional course to do, which is research and statistical skills. So half of the course is dedicated to research methods. The reason why you're doing this course because you'll eventually have your research project to do, and this will equip you with the necessary knowledge and skills when you are ready to pursue your research project. So the first aspect deals with research methods. So you will be able, at the end of this course, to critique research papers. You'll be able to plan your research project and write reports on research papers, and all those things to do a literature review, searching literature, and so on. All of those will be addressed in that section of the course. And then the other section is statistical methods. So you'll be exposed to a wide range of different statistical tests listed there: correlation, multiple regression, etc., that you will be exposed to when you have some analyzed data for your research project. And of course, this is can be useful to you even when you enter into the industry. If you put on any projects and so when you have some data to analyze, you will be fully equipped with the knowledge to do so. So let's look at semester 2 courses. So, this program really does offer a wide range of different courses to address different needs. So one of the courses is project management in food and agriculture. So you will actually be exposed to all the steps in developing projects and managing them, such as assessment of food and agriculture. You'll be looking where you're able to identify issues with respect to your projects, management products, and be able to explore processes for successful preparation and management of these projects. In agri-food safety and risk analysis, you will be exposed to microbiological and risk assessments into water quality standards and food waste management systems and sustainable fertilizer management. You'll also be touching on various management and communication as it pertains to food systems, as well as food production and processing optimizing systems. In epidemiology and foodborne diseases, which is one of the reasons we are pursuing food safety. Food safety can contribute to foodborne diseases. So you will look at all the different methods and concepts related to foodborne diseases, and you'll be able to eventually analyze and interpret data when it comes in from that public health setting. You'll also be exposed to different methods of surveillance, active, passive, field studies, and different risk assessment methods, right, as it pertains to epidemiological disease modeling. And so on, you also will be able to address certain issues as on the reporting of these foodborne diseases. And last but not least, we have international trade and agri-food legislation. So it tailors legislation as it pertains to our food and that is produced locally and regionally. So we look at things like international food safety systems, so World Trade Organization, sanitary and phytosanitary measures, technical barriers to trade, and of course Codex Alimentarius. So these are all these varying systems that are put in place to ensure food safety. You will also be addressing things like food bioterrorism, the new Food Safety Modernization Act, different international trade agreements as it pertains to food safety and trade. So you're thinking, what are the career options available for me? So this is a list, and of course it's not exhausted at all, of different career options you can pursue after completion of this degree. So career options such as meat processors, food processors. We've had quite a number of students coming from the ministry where they are food inspectors. We also have those from industry where they have become food safety consultants and quality assurance officers. So it's quite a wide range of career options you can pursue. So let's talk about tuition. So this program is actually one of the cheapest offered at UAE. We have both the diploma and the MSc. So the diploma, if it's full-time, it will be around $17,250, and this is TT dollars, if you're doing it over a 1-year period. And of course, this will be broken down in terms of the payment plan per semester. And for the MSc, agri-food safety and quality assurance, the total cost will be $21,850 TT dollars. So UAE does offer various payment plans, so the cost will be split over the semester, and of course within the semester you have the option to pay in 2 installments at the beginning of the semester and mid-semester, and they would advise you on when are the deadlines for payment. In addition to the tuition fee, you will have some additional compulsory fees that will be incurred and combined when you register for this program. If you have any questions at all, you are free to contact myself, Marsha Singh at the Department of Food Production, and Mrs. Brenda Bannister. So I know you all would have registered for this webinar, so I will be sharing the presentation and a recording as well once generated after we have completed the webinar today, right? So you could always look forward to that by the upcoming weeks for more information. So that is the end of my presentation. Does anyone have any questions? All right, so I'm now able to see the chat, so I will So Candice, you can unmute your mic and ask a question.
Hi, good day. Thank you for your interesting presentation. Can you tell me if someone can enter the graduate diploma with a diploma in chemical engineering from UTT?
Well, not quite a diploma. It will have to be a BSc, and unless you're coming with some additional work experience and perhaps some, in the food industry, or you have some additional training that you would have done. So I hope that answers the question. Not necessarily the diploma only, but it has to be together with some other factors such as work experience and other certificates.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Next question, Althea.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good
I
afternoon.
have a question. To enter the master's program, if you would have done a postgrad at another university, would that be taken into consideration, or the postgrad has to come from UAE?
The postgrad degree was in the field of science.
Yes, it's in a kilo science.
Yes, it will definitely
Food
be
safety.
considered. So you
Food
will be
safety.
eligible to apply, even if it was from another institution.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Sorry, just gonna take some questions from the chat now. Does the research project lead to a presentation thereafter? So that research project that students who are pursuing the MSc, it is of your choosing. So what has happened in the past, quite a number of students have come from the food industry, and they have done a project kind of aligned with their responsibilities at work. So you have quite a range and flexibility in what sort of research project you choose to pursue. And part of the assessment of that research project is a presentation you have to do for 10%, and then of course you have your thesis to write that will contribute to 90% of that particular grade. So I hope I answered your question, Dexter. Carlos asks, how much will it be in US? I don't have the US dollar amount. Probably you can check online for the postgraduate fees. I would be sharing the fee booklet in the chat shortly once I get a moment for you to have some more information. Carol, you were asking us to show the previous slide, and is there anything you would like me to go over, Carol? You can unmute your mic and share. Fees, sure. So I will surely send the presentation for you to everyone who has attended today's session, and within there it will have the fees. So the diploma will be around 70,000, and the MSc will be 21,800 thereabout TT dollars. Colleen, can you share some details of the payment plan? So I don't have the details of the payment plan off the top of my head. That is actually developed by bursary section of the university. But when you do register, they have this payment called FeePay, and they will provide the breakdown of your particular tuition and how much you have to pay. So for example, if you pursue the MSc full-time, in semester one you'll pay half of that, so you'll pay around 10,000, and the second semester you'll pay the balance in addition to whatever compulsory fees. The compulsory fees are usually just paid as a one-off payment at the beginning when you register for the program. You won't have to incur that cost again after that. Someone's asking if I complete my BSc in Human Nutrition Dietetics, would I be able to do the MSc? Yes, of course. We have quite a number of students from that program currently enrolled in the MSc program. So yes, it would be considered. And I know some of you might have your transcripts pending and so on. So you would be, you can still send your applications in, and it will be pending the official submission of your transcript. So, just be mindful of that. Shilin is asking, I have an associate in environment health science and a 20-year working experience as an environmental officer. Can I do the program? Yes, when you say associate, is that a BSc degree you have in environmental science? Is the program GATE approved? Yes, it is, but GATE only will pay for 1 degree. So if you already use GATE for your BSc, you probably would not be eligible for it for the postgrad degree or any postgrad degree you pursue. So just keep that in mind. Your associate's degree. So most likely, yes, you would be if the associate degree you're referring to a BSc degree, and of course your work experience, you would be considered. So yes, I would recommend you apply, and after reviewing of your work experience and so on, you can be considered for the program. The deadline for applications is July 31st. Yeah. So if you permit me 1 sec, I will share some links in the chat for you to learn more information. And as mentioned, I will be sharing video link as well as the presentation that I shared via email to you, and you'll be able to have access to the information there as well. So those are some links that I posted in the chat. So so more information, and I'll also share it again in the email that I will be sending out with the link to the video generated today as well as the presentation. So be mindful of that. So any other questions you all may have? And just one thing I wanted to share, I know just to kind of give some flexibility that we offer, sometimes you might have a student that would have enrolled full-time, they would not have employment at the time and considered having the full-time workload, and then say you got employment somewhere, and you do have the option from switching from full-time to part-time. It will involve, a little bit of administrative steps, but it is possible. So just keep that in mind. And of course, quite a number of students that pursue this degree are from the industry, so you're already networking with quite a number of your colleagues locally and regionally. What PhD can we pursue after the MSc? So there's actually a PhD in agri-food safety and quality assurance, which you can pursue after completion of the MSc. No problem at all. So I'm trying to reshare. How long does a PhD take to complete? So the PhD, it's a bit research usually can be pretty dynamic. Typically, they'll give you approximately 5 years to complete the research, that PhD, but I do know, students can run into some challenges, whether it be funding, issues, with the results, and, you can apply for an extension. So hopefully that answers your question. Candace is asking if no labs are required. No labs are required. The program offers virtual labs. So, we would kind of expose you more to the theory the research and try to, initially this program was offered face-to-face initially. And of course, COVID, we moved to online delivery, and it has remained online because, a lot of students saw the benefits of having, the delivery fully online. Of course, we were able to offer it to our regional students that previously would not had that option due to, finances and other constraints with work and so on. So at least you have that additional flexibility with the online delivery. I see a question. Enzo, you can unmute your question.
Hi, afternoon, Dr. Singh.
Hi.
Question. So let's say you start off pursuing let's say you start off pursuing the MSc,
Yeah.
right? And then, well, let's say you do full time, and then you do everything required for the diploma, and then you decide, well, hey, I don't want to do the research project, or I don't want to continue then for the MSc. What is like I guess the awarding structure, like in terms of the certificate, or like how easy is that transition to say, well, I could cancel the program here and then just take it at the diploma, and then also vice versa if you start doing the diploma and then transition into the MSc.
Yes, thank you for your question. It's a great question. And yes, there's quite easy transition to both. So just current situation with a student, she's currently in the MSc program, and due to some challenges, family, work, etc., she was unable to pursue the research project. So she can now graduate with the diploma. We also have diploma students who decided that they wish to upgrade to the MSc, and that transition is very easy. You'll just have the additional course to do research and statistical skills as well as research project to complete in fulfillment of that MSc degree. So yes, the transition, depending on the situation, we allow that flexibility.
Okay, cool.
All right, any additional questions? Oh, sorry, I'm now drawing my attention back to the chat. I'm seeing a question: can one pursue the BSc after doing the diploma? So the diploma is a postgraduate diploma. So that is, you will pursue that after completion of your undergraduate degree, right? So it's kind of, jumping the gun. So you really need to come in with your undergraduate degree, your BSc, to be qualified or eligible, or, as I mentioned, or the work experience, etc., to pursue the diploma, which is a postgraduate level, right? Can you pursue a BSc? Well, it depends on what BSc you want to pursue. If you're going to go back into a totally different area, it's fine. But the MSc is a master's program, right? So if you're looking to kind of build on the MSc, you can pursue the PhD afterwards. Right. So another question in the chat from Carlos: if someone have a diploma in agriculture, can they do the diploma? Not quite. Once again, the diploma will not be adequate. You'll still need to have either a BSc or, as I mentioned, if you have any additional certificates, trainings that can be reflected in your CV, your work experience, only then will all those things be considered when your application is submitted. But if you're just coming in with a diploma only, no, it will have to be a BSc degree or higher to be considered to enter into the postgraduate diploma in food safety. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so I hope I answered all your questions. As I mentioned before, you are free to contact me via email. So when I send this email to you with the relevant information, you're free to respond and ask whatever question you need clarified with respect to the program and application and so on. So just a reminder, the deadline for application is submission is July 31st, 2024. So I do urge you to start working on it and try to submit by the submission date. And of course, when your applications is processed, it will come to the department for approval, and then it will be sent on to graduate studies that will eventually disseminate your offer letter, indicating you have you will have an accepted into the program, and it will send off the chain of events. They will send you all the relevant information with respect to registering and so on. Carlos is asking if you have other training in food safety and also have a gap plus 8 years as a production officer and extension officer. Surely, yes, that would be considered when you submit your application. So your work experience, your trainings, and so on are considered in your application, and you will be an ideal candidate together with the diploma. No problem. Nicholas, you're asking about exams. So the exams are fully online. We use a platform, the My Learning platform offered at the University of the West Indies, Senegal campus, and these exams are fully online. Right? So once again, you will have no need to do any component of this course face-to-face. And once again, even the exams are offered after working hours. Typically, we'll have exams between 6 and 8 p.m. to accommodate your work schedule. No problem at all, Nicholas. Any additional questions anybody would like to ask? Are the exams timed? Yes, they are. It's an online exam that is timed, and you submit. So of course, once you enroll in the program, we do an orientation session at the beginning for each course, and we'll give a full rundown of the how the program or the course is evaluated, the assignment weighting, your due date. So all that information, of course, will be shared with you, so you are able to plan out your semester and so on. Is registration for the program already open? That one I cannot say for sure if it is open as yet. From the past, registration usually begins around August. But as I mentioned, try to get your applications in as soon as possible, because sometimes you might have a little bit of a backlog in graduate studies. So you want to get your offer letter in a timely manner, so you have enough time to register and deal with whatever steps involved in registration comfortably before the start of the semester. And of course, once again, once you have been offered your letter, uh, your acceptance letter, you will be hearing from me prior to the start of the semester, and we will do what we call academic advising. Give a rundown of how to go about registering for your courses, which course code to register for, etc. So all, we provide guidance with respect to course selection and which is the best one for you, which one you like to start registering for, because as you see, there are some options available, especially if you're part-time and you want to select 2 courses out of what was offered that semester. So we do provide guidance throughout the process. Dex is asking what is the weighting between the MSc and the postgraduate pool in terms of recognition. Well, obviously the MSc will have a greater weighting in terms of recognition than the diploma. But once again, quite a number of our past students have been from the field in the food industry, and they have used it to get promotions and so on, to pursue advance in their company and so on. So there's we also had a student who completed the MSc, and he was able to pursue a PhD in the US, so it was recognized. So I hope that answers the question, but I'm just kind of giving you some of my experiences with our students in the past. Altia, you're having some issues applying because your profile is locked. You previously, did you do your BSc at the University of the West Indies in Boston campus, Altia? Okay. How about you? I think I would have communicated to you via email. So how about you send me an email and we'll try to sort it out there. No problem at all. All right, so thank you very much for, once again, taking the time out to join me this afternoon. I hope you found the presentation informative. I hope I was able to answer all of your questions. And, it really is an exciting program. And I hope to see your applications being submitted to the department, for consideration. So once again, look out for some emails regarding some more information regarding the program and applications and so on. So thanks again, everyone, and do have a great afternoon. Take care.